Turn it up. It may take 20 seconds for the broadcast to begin. Sometimes I think it starts sooner than that. So I'm going to ramble till it says go. Alright guys, we are live. It is Saturday, the 21st of April. It's my little brother Tony's birthday. Turned 29 today. Happy birthday, brother. Anthony Pierce, if you're looking for him on Facebook. He's a cool guy. Really smart with computers. Not really my thing. I'm more about fishing. Okie, what's going on? Thanks for joining in, guys. We're gonna do something kind of special today. It's a little chilly. It's not exactly dark yet. It's getting later in the year, so these lunch break bikes ain't really gonna be too much about the night bite, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway. We got some where they at? Some butthead geese. These things are everywhere. I got lines out already, so we're gonna check them, see if we got a fish on, and then we'll get to it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strap some Whisker Stix to the rod tip, put some new batteries in, and I got these rigged up with Santee rigs, one with a peg float and one with a Demon Dragon. So I'm gonna strap one to each of those peg float and Demon Dragons also. We're gonna cast them out really hard and then reel them back in, and we'll see if they're still lit up. Make sure we didn't lose no batteries. These lines are kind of slack, so I wonder if something got a hold of them. Got 4 people watching. Let me set this down. Get a good view. We'll get to it. Tell me what this is, guys. Nothing on this one. Stole my bait. I suspect a turtle. Strike 2. Bait too. Turtles are waking up, I guess. I'll just go ahead and leave this one hanging here because we're gonna be doing some things. Reach down into my Barney bag here. I got them in here somewhere. I hope I still got them. I might have took them out. Looking for my zip ties. Might not have them. I got some black tape, but that kind of defeats the purpose of I'm about. I had like 10 of them in here. Unloading my Barney bag. Weights. I wonder if I got them in the car. Let's go check the car. No, it's not raining, Chuck. Whisker Stix are #1, man. No competition. Thanks, Okie. My mom's on. Hey, Mom. Share this. Tag Tony in this, Mom. I told him happy birthday. While we go back and check the car, I could have swore I had them in my backpack. They might be sitting in my trunk. Swamp Diver cat rag. I was hoping to get to use it to wipe some slime off me. But it looks like them sneaky snook snapping turtles stole my cut bass off my hooks. I don't know if you guys seen the picture I did yesterday, but I was fishing yesterday at work with night crawlers, and I went to go bring my lines in for the last time before I went home, and I went to go jerk on the one, and the reason I give them a little tug, even though I'm using circle hooks, is just in case. These are pretty calm flatheads here in this water. Just in case they're in their mouth and they just kind of been hovering around with it sitting in their mouth or their gut hooked, I just try to give it a tug, make sure it's set. And if you get a big enough catfish where you can get your fist in your mouth, even if they are gut hooked, you can very gently still de-hook them without hurting them. If you guys don't know how to do that, Luke Nichols has a good video on it. He's done it quite a few times. I have to find my zip tie, and I might not have it. If not, we might have to do it tomorrow, because I am working tomorrow. I got too much fishing stuff. I can't keep track of it. I had like 10 of them in my backpack. I can't remember why I took them out. I didn't remember taking them out. I got to go in next month on the 21st for surgery to change my defibrillator that's in my chest. Oh man, good luck, Chuck. We'll say a prayer for you, man. Not in there. I'll put you on my church prayer train. Let us know how you are. Mom's got you covered. Mama Whisker Stix. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there. Well, we can do it with electrical tape, but it's kind of redundant. Check my laptop bag. I used to have a whole handful of them. I don't know what happened to them. And we may have to schedule this demonstration for tomorrow. It's kind of awkward. But hey, that's what happens when you go live. Things don't always go the way you expect. You got a dozen. You got a dozen Whisker Stix sitting in the bag and no zip ties. Oh, I wonder if I put them in my weight tray. If I can't find them, we're gonna probably wait till the next day and we'll do it tomorrow. Should have made sure I was better prepared before I even bothered it. I guess I just took it for granted that I always have them. But it's all good. I still get to fish. Yesterday I wasn't really trying too hard catfish, and I had the night crawlers out, but I suspected the bass and the bluegills and stuff would go after them. So I just kind of flipped the little grub jig out while I let night crawlers sit out. And caught 3 or 4 bass. Nothing too huge. They were about a pound, pound and a half. And then at the end, I had them night crawlers out and I brought them in, like I said, and was getting ready to go home. And I felt some dead weight on the hook, like I hooked into something. And felt dead weight, like it wasn't really fighting back too much, like it was a small turtle. Lo and behold, when I got it in, it was a bluegill. Tell me how you get a bluegill on a 8/0 Reaper circle hook. I don't know if he swam into that thing or if I just happened to gank him as he was swimming by, and it was just weird timing or what. Looks like I do have a couple cut down zip ties in here. Might be pretty good to go. See, I got all these Whisker Stix here, and then I got a bunch of them over there, and then I got these cut down ones that I've held on to in case of an emergency. So we're gonna use these. So none of this is brand new. All this stuff's used, guys. We're gonna do it with used Whisker Stix packages. Old lights that still light up good. Flip it around. We got some old lights there. We got some old zip ties. And we're gonna rock it. And I'll be sure to, this live stream, Chuck, it gets shared on the Whisker Stix page and on my personal Facebook page. So the Whisker Stix family will definitely get some prayers out there for you, man. Definitely not gonna forget about that. So let me try to get this in a good position. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna light up some lights here. Let's go with, let's see, we'll do green and white and blue. I do have some new batteries. That's a black light. Hard to see the black light. And then need to find pliers. Alright, so what we're gonna do, you guys have pretty much almost always seen me using the full length of the zip tie. Not cut down. thing about these ugly sticks is they're almost like a kiddie fishing pole. There's really not a lot of diameter right here. So I do take a little extra care to try to make sure it's sitting real good. Put my German on it, good and tight. We are catfish hunters. What's going on? Maurice, thanks for joining. So I want to make sure it's just got that one extra snug grip. And this one will go around a peg float. Blue and white. Alright, so we got that on there. Ricky Mills, what's going on, brother? Ricky Mills actually doesn't live too far from me. He's a local guy. Real nice dude. We'll make sure these are on here nice and snug. Find my piece of bait, which I don't really have much left, so I'm gonna actually cut this little chunk in half. And we'll throw these little 2 fillets on the hooks. I'm gonna reel them back in anyway, but I want to go ahead and hook them up. I need to slide this back a little bit just so I know you guys can see. Double light Whisker Stick rig, rod tip to see it, light to attract the bait. My camera looks blurry. Hopefully it doesn't get blurry. Here we go. I don't know if you can still see it lit up. It stayed put, stays lit, no battery loss. Don't worry. Just for good measure, we'll check our peg float. You dumb camera. I don't think the autofocus is very good on this thing. Look better in the black. Here we go. Still lit. Something I've been meaning to do for a while Never really thought about getting around to it, and it just kind of popped into my head today. It's quiet, it's calm, it's kind of not super sunny. Good overcast day, calm wind. Good day to be out here fishing at work. Something's definitely biting. See, look at it. Hands wet from casting. Got this swamp diver cat rag right there to dry myself off. I figured why not do a little demo while I had it fresh on my mind. Nifty little rag. I love my swamp diver cat rag. So what you guys think? Hey Sarah, thanks for joining. Something I've been wanting to do actually since about last summer was get a little demo of that out, and we kind of did last summer. We were at East Fork State Park. I was fishing with a lot of fishing TV and the Muddy Water Fishing Boys. Jeff, Justin, John, and Everett. They all came down from Toledo to fish with me one day last summer. I believe it was Labor Day weekend actually. And we went to East Fork. We fished at the lake all night, and it was kind of hard to see, but I did put one on a slip bobber. One of these fill weighted slip floats, and we strapped it about to right here on it with the zip tie, and we flipped it out there on one of my 10-foot rods. I cast it out about as hard as I could. I think we got about 70 or 80 yards out, and you can just see that little tiny white light lit up on the lake. It's pitch black, and we got to watch it go down a couple times. Did you see the bombers that has the bobbers that has the glow sticks in it that only turns on when it hits the water? Yeah, those are called casting light slip bobbers. I can't remember the exact name of the guy that makes them. I know he's in the tri-state. I know he was at the 2017 Catfish Conference. I believe he goes and sets up at the what's it called? The Columbus Fishing Expo. They're cool. What I like about them is they have rechargeable battery. They have a rechargeable USB port. And it's cool that they're water sensitive and they light up when they make contact with water. That's really cool. The only thing that I would be leery about with them, and this is just a personal preference and my personal opinion, is me personally, I'm all about cheap tackle. I don't like to spend a huge amount of money on one thing. And even those Abu Garcia reels that I have, I don't think I've ever put more than $50 into a reel. Whether it's Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or something, I always try to get the best bargain that I can. And I want to say his run $25 or $30. And they are a little big. I believe they're 10 or 12 inch. What the biggest downside to me, it's more of a worry than a downside. It's not actually a downside at all. It's just more of a worry for me, is if I'm casting somewhere, say here. All right, let me turn this around. If I'm using that and I cast it and I get it hung up in one of those trees and my line breaks, or a fish takes it and runs it into something and I'm not able to get it back, if I paid $25 for one bobber, I'm out that 25 bucks and have to replace it. How's the bank fishing guide service coming? Well, Sarah, I'm the only person here, so it's not going very well. Excuse my smoking, it is my break at work. But that would be really cool to do. I'm gonna flip my hood up. Wind's picking up. Let's see. I just seen something pop up there. Really need to talk to the environmental health and safety people about maybe trying to get some of this gunk cleaned up. It's not too bad right now because it's dormant, but in the summer when the water gets hot, I'm worried it's gonna stink up the place. And that's no fun. But there's fish jumping. Did you just see that? Right there. They're out here. I've been catching bass. It's what I'm actually using for bait right now. Put a carp in. There are carp in here, Sarah. There is 3 different sized common carp that I know of. I don't know if they're all male or female, what the gender is. And then there's probably 6 to 10 grass carp, and these grass carp are no joke. They're probably 3 feet long, pushing 20 to 30 pounds. Might need more of them put in. Don't know. I know the how would you say, the fully mature snapping turtles. Snapping turtles are omnivores, so they do eat meat and vegetation. And I know the older ones, the more mature ones, the ones that are pushing full maturity, they eat more on plant life and vegetation and algae and dead carcasses on the bottom. They're scavengers more or less, and they go after all the junk. So I'm hoping they'll actually do some contribution towards it. The juvenile ones will eat more live prey to help promote their growth faster. Can't tell if that's the wind making that line look like it's getting tight or blowing it sideways. That slime line, man, it pops. Love the slime line. Yeah, that's the wind, I'm guessing. I think the everlasting struggle we're gonna have with this water is that it's right next to that highway, and a lot of junk, chemicals, oil, any liquid that's in a car from car accidents, car crashes, breakdowns, they all flow off of that highway when it's raining, and it just washes down into the ground and goes downhill and ultimately comes here, sadly. We haven't had any big fish come up belly up since I've been here, since I've been working here, all the years that I fished here, so that's a good sign. Just wish it was a little bit deeper and we could do a little more to help keep it cleaner. That's something I'm trying to work on with the environmental health and safety people this year. But the fish are definitely active. I was fishing on my first break at 5 o'clock. Sean says, just wanted to let you know my Whisker Stix showed up yesterday. Can't wait to try them out. Glad to hear it, Sean. I hope you really enjoy them, brother. We appreciate the support from everybody. And by all means, if you guys have any negative feedback or positive feedback, please feel free to send us a message on Facebook. Let us know what you think, whether it's good or bad. If you tell me they suck, tell me why. All's good in the world, and it does nothing but help me make them better and improve them more than what they can be today. Bad feedback is still good feedback. Bad comments are still good comments. You can never learn enough. There's always something new to learn, something new to pick up on. Sarah's looking forward to testing hers. We're gonna have some fun with them this year, guys. Hopefully it starts warming up. I'm getting sick of this crazy weather. One day it's 80 degrees, 2 days later it's snowing. Yesterday it said the next 10 days we're gonna be bright and sunny and high in the 60s, and now it's saying 4 out of 5 days during the work week is gonna be a 40% chance or higher of rain. We just can't catch a break. But I am keeping an eye out on nature here. You guys see all these birds fluttering around. There's got to be at least 50 of these little starlings flying around, or whatever they are. And they're just dive bombing on bugs. They're dive bombing on small fish, hatchlings. That one right there's a blue jay. I don't know if I can really target it. There's a blue jay flying. But there's fish everywhere. Usually, well, let me zoom in. Yeah. Usually right there on that stump right here, there's a blue herring that's always sitting. And oop, wrong thing. Turn off my drawing board. Zoom back out. Okay. There's blue herrings that come here to fish. You'll see sometimes you'll see raccoons sitting on the bank watching for fish to swim by, possums, foxes, coyotes. When you start seeing the active wildlife, and I'm also noticing the trees are starting to bloom, spring's gonna be here to stay. I haven't really been too adamant about coming out here and fishing too often because I know the water temp's still cold and the activity's still low. But now that I'm seeing things starting to pop and showing signs of spring, we're starting to see spiders coming out like crazy and making their webs, and they're not good with cold either. That was a loud Rumpke truck. I know it's going to be starting to warm up and have a warming trend, so we're going to try to be a little more active here soon over the next few weeks. One day next week, if there is a sunny day, I'm going to try to get out and do an actual fishing stream. Don't know where it's going to be, if it'll be the Ohio River or the Great Miami, or that wind made that line bounce like a trampoline. I thought something had it. I'm going to try to stream for a couple hours somewhere next week, at least one day. I might have to get bait that morning before I set up shop, but we'll definitely get out somewhere and try to show something. With all the rain, it looks like the Ohio River is going to be up on the rise, which means the Great Miami will be even worse because it's a smaller river. It'll be really swift and hard to fish from the bank. Unless you could be parallel with the current, everything just kind of drags your line right into the bank and all the spots that I'm able to access that has deep water. So might not be able to fish the Great Miami, but I do have some spots that I can get into some tailwaters and slack waters on the Ohio. If anybody remembers where I caught that 30-pound blue cat down in Newport, might go there and we can see what happens. Don't know if I'll catch something, but we'll definitely get out and give it a shot. We're gonna have some announcements coming up next month while I'm thinking about it. Something we're talking about, the Whisker Stix crew. We might have a special going on here next month for Mother's Day. So once we get more details ironed out for that, be ready to tune in for that. We're gonna have a cool deal going on for Mother's Day, and we're gonna have one for Father's Day, I believe, too. We just gotta come up with the fine print and iron out the details that we want to make happen. But it'll be something pretty cool, so be tuned in for that. And as always, if anybody's forgotten, if we're able to get 5,000 likes on the Whisker Stix Facebook page before August, we're going to do a huge, monstrous giveaway. Lots of big stuff. So let's try to make that happen. I want to try to support you guys as much as you support me. And the networking that we all share, it helps everybody. So I want to try to utilize that to make a good fishing environment for everybody. And somebody could probably use a lot of that stuff and can't afford a lot of cool gear. So I think that would be really cool. But that's going to wrap it up for this stream. Lunch break's over. If I come back out here in an hour and a half when my next break is at 9 and I got a fish on, we'll record it. If not, we'll try it again tomorrow if the weather lets us. So thanks for tuning in to the lunch break bite. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.